let's get this started then.
Hmm.
So to pick up, what is the one thing you just cannot wait for people to see from Burrow?
Ooh, I can't wait for people to see, I think the first bedroom that the rabbit falls into, or like the first room, the hedgehog room. I can't wait for people to see that. And then just, I hope that seeing that makes them go like, oh, good. I see what this short is going to be. And then it's just room after room after room of like really cute, sweet things. I think I'm just so excited for that.
So I wanted to talk about all of these other characters because one of the things that stuck out to me is that there's no dialogue. So we
Mhm.
really learn about the characters through other aspects of the short. So break that down for me and how about how you found these characters' personalities.
Yeah, I think there is sort of I wanted the world around the rabbit to feel very warm and gregarious and happy and helpful to sort of make her decision to not ask for help. I didn't want that to be about the world. That is her internal problem. So I wanted, the mole brothers are really, they're kind of sporty and jockey and loud, and that would be sort of like an alarming first person to meet coming into your room. And then the mouse mom, she's really like, sort of adventurous. She's got her like light on. Just I wanted these personality to be kind of, if you met them when you weren't prepared for them, you'd be kind of, taken aback and a little uncomfortable. But those are the kind of people that you want in a crisis. Like those are the people that you want to help you. Yeah.
So speaking of these personalities, is there a character you relate to the most and why?
Definitely the rabbit herself. That's 100% me. Just very unwilling to show people my rough work. Even at like Pixar in the collaborative story department, if I have a sequence that I'm working on and I'm not confident in it, I won't show my teammates, which is totally the wrong way to go about it. But actually, after making this short, I've gotten a little bit better at like, turning to my, well, not right now, but, turning to my seatmate and being like, can you look at this? I don't think I did this right. So I did kind of learn the theme alongside the rabbit.
So I was there for the presentation that you gave a little earlier on today, and you had a decently sized team, and you
I
talked a little
know.
bit about the team. What was it like for you to sort of be in charge and work alongside these people in a like almost a managerial role?
Yeah. I mean, that was the one thing I knew would be like completely new to me. Because like I said, I'd done shorts before, but I'd never been in charge of like even just like three people, let alone, 30 something. So I think um, what really gave me the confidence was I had my story figured out so early that I knew what I had heard advice wise was as the director, just you need to be able to answer the questions that you're given thoughtfully with the story in mind. So if you have a good story reason for something, then your team will understand why, especially at Pixar. So I think having my story feel very solid gave me a lot of confidence. And also having, like I said, Mike Cabaret is a friend of mine. So knowing that I can be as goofy as I am in real life, knowing that there's at least one person in the room who will laugh at my jokes. And I think that really gave the rest of the crew some like comfortable feeling, knowing that they were, you can make jokes in here and we will laugh with you.
One of the things that you mentioned during the presentation is that this was an idea that's been with you for a long time. You just said you've had this story in mind for quite some time. So, how long did this process take you once you realized that it's a go and you can do it? Like
Yeah.
how could you describe that a little bit?
It's so weird because the seed of the idea, it kind of needs to like germinate in the dark for many years. Like, that sort of rabbit concept sort of quietly existed for so long. But the second that Lindsay asked if I had a short idea, I kind of had to move really, really, really quickly. So the story did not exist beyond just the image of a rabbit in a burrow until I boarded the whole thing sort of in November. Yeah, it was weird. It moved fast, but it also felt like because I let that idea sort of sit for so long, I didn't have as much to figure out as I thought. I think there really was some sort of innate way I'd been figuring it out, sort of quietly in the back for a long time.
So since you spent so long with this story, what is it that, now that it's come to fruition, it's complete, it's releasing in like a week, what is it that you hope viewers, and especially younger viewers, take away from it?
Gosh, well, I think my hope is that I really want to take away some of that fear of asking for help. And I know, especially when you're a little kid, it can be a really embarrassing thing to do, even if it's something really small. And I hope if, a young person or a kid is watching it and the next time that they have something like an opportunity of like, oh, now's my moment, I could ask for help, or I could just, hide this and, that might hurt me later down the road. I hope that this will give them that little bit of confidence just to ask in that moment for some help.
A little boost.
Yeah.
Now, circling back to these characters, you mentioned that the one that you relate to the most is Rabbit. But if you had to pick like a second favorite, I guess, a second favorite character, which one would it be?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I love the badger. She's my favorite. The one thing I regret is that I didn't I had a whole design for her house, but I never got to do it. But I like that every other animal is sort of shown in a family and with pairs. She's the only one who also, like the rabbit, lives by herself. So for me, I found it very powerful that she's the one who can teach this other sort of solo person, this is how you ask for help, and you're going to need to know how to do this because I did. I really like her.
So I'm coming to the end of my time with you here. So I wanted to talk about what you've got coming next, because you mentioned that you're working on Turning Red, which was announced at the Disney Investors Day. And I realize that you can't tell us too much, but could you, tell me a little bit about your role, what you're doing there, and what you're excited about?
Oh my gosh. I'm actually the story lead on Turning Red, which is so exciting. And gosh, I mean, I can just tell you that it's so cute. For one, obviously cute. It's so funny. And we've been working on it for a long time now, and we've reached the point now where it's not only cute and funny, we're laughing every time we watch it, but now I'm also crying while I watch it. Like we've reached that moment. It is that Pixar film now. Yeah, I think people are going to really, really like it.
Every Pixar movie needs one.
Yeah, you have to have your moment where you're like, gosh darn it.
They got me again.
Yeah, you tricked me again.
Okay, so I think, like I said, that's all I have time for today, but thank you so much. And hey, I look forward to letting when everybody gets a chance to take a look at it.
Yes, me too. Thank you.
Bye.